Ladies and gentlemen, it is a joy and privilege to stand before you today to speak on a principle that has the power to transform your life. Work hard in silence. We live in a world where noise is celebrated. People rush to announce their plans, share their goals, and trumpet their aspirations to anyone who will listen. They seek validation from the applause of others, often before they've taken even the first step toward achieving what they have declared. But the truth is, success is not born in the noise. Success is conceived and nurtured in the silence. True success begins not with a public proclamation, but with a private commitment. Purpose is the foundation of all meaningful work. When you discover why you are here, when you identify what you were created to do, everything else aligns. Purpose gives your work clarity, focus, and significance. Without purpose, work feels like an endless grind, a cycle of motion without meaning. But with purpose, your labor becomes a mission. It gains depth, power, and impact. Purposeful work does not crave applause or recognition because it is fueled by something deeper than external validation. When you know why you're working, you find satisfaction not in the attention you receive, but in the progress you make. The truth is, your results are your loudest voice. You do not need to announce what you are building, nor do you need to defend it. The evidence of your success will speak for itself. To be is to become a conduit, to point people to a higher universal level so they truly understand what you are trying to put you. The truth is, your results are your loudest voice. You do not need to announce what you are building, nor do you need to defend it. The evidence of your success will speak for itself. Just as a tree does not shout about the fruit it produces, your work will testify on your behalf when the time is right. There is no need to convince others of your greatness. Focus instead on the work that will make your greatness undeniable. It is in the quiet place that success is born. The quiet place is where no one is watching, where no one is cheering, and where no one is applauding. It is the space where you push yourself beyond your limits, where discipline is tested, and where character is forged. Success is not about what happens when the lights are on and the stage is set. It is about what happens in the moments when no one is around and no one knows what you are doing. Remember that anything more than life or character is to be fought on in the moment. Do you want it? In these moments, you are building the foundation that will one day support the weight of your achievements. But in the pursuit of success, many are tempted by the noise. The temptation to talk about your plans, to share your dreams, and to seek validation can be overwhelming. Yet noise is a distraction. The energy you spend announcing your goals is energy taken away from the work required to achieve them. Silence is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of focus. Silence allows you to channel your energy into your work rather than wasting it on unnecessary words. And then there is the process. The process is the unseen journey that prepares you for the promotion. It is the long hours, the hard decisions, the setbacks, and the sacrifices that shape you into someone capable of handling success. Many want the reward, but few are willing to endure the process. Yet it is the process that ensures that when success comes, you are ready to handle it. It is the process that strengthens you, teaches you, and equips you. Those who honor the process in silence are the ones who achieve lasting success. When you work in silence, you are not hiding, you are preparing. The silence is not a void, it is a space for growth, learning, and refinement. It is in the silence that you develop the skills, the resilience, and the wisdom necessary to fulfill your purpose. Working in silence is not about avoiding recognition, but about ensuring that when recognition comes, it is built on a solid foundation. True success does not need to be announced, it will announce itself. The world does not remember those who spoke the loudest, it remembers those who worked the hardest, who stayed true to their purpose, and who let their results speak for them. Work hard in silence, and when the time comes, your impact will be undeniable. Your results are your voice. Success is not about how much you say, it's about what you produce. Silence, in this context, is not a lack of action. It is a focused and deliberate choice to let your results speak for themselves. There is no need to broadcast your every move, or to demand recognition for your efforts. The evidence of your work will naturally draw attention, and it will speak louder than any words you could ever utter. The world is filled with noise. People making promises, boasting of their plans, and seeking validation before they've even begun. But words without results are empty. No matter how eloquent or convincing they may sound, they lack the weight and authority of evidence. On the other hand, those who choose to work quietly and diligently, investing their energy in action rather than announcements, build credibility and respect. When your results are undeniable, they create a voice that demands attention without the need for self-promotion. Let's consider this. A tree does not advertise its growth. It does not shout about the fruit it produces or seek applause for the shade it provides. Yet, when the fruit ripens and the branches are heavy with abundance, people take notice. They come to the tree, not because it made noise, but because it delivered something valuable. This is the power of results. They draw people to you without the need for words. Working in silence is not about hiding. It is about prioritizing substance over spectacle. It is about channeling your time, energy, and resources into producing outcomes that will speak for you. Many people waste their strength trying to prove themselves to others, constantly seeking approval and validation. But true strength lies in letting go of the need to explain or justify yourself and focusing instead on the work that will make your success undeniable. People are naturally drawn to evidence. They are inspired by results because results are tangible, measurable, and real. While words can inspire for a moment, results create lasting impact. Think about the people you admire or the achievements that have influenced you. Rarely do we remember what someone said, we remember what they did. We are inspired by their actions, their accomplishments, and the tangible proof of their dedication. When you allow your results to be your voice, you communicate something far more powerful than words ever could. You demonstrate your commitment, discipline, and ability to deliver. You show that you are not just a person of ideas, but a person of action. And in a world that is often saturated with unfulfilled promises, action is what sets you apart. This principle applies to every area of life, whether it's your career, relationships, or personal growth. In your work, focus on producing quality over seeking quick recognition. Let the excellence of what you create become your reputation. In your relationships, let your actions of love, respect, and integrity speak louder than empty words. In your personal development, let the transformation in your character and abilities show the depth of your commitment to growth. The truth is, when you let your results do the talking, you build a legacy that cannot be erased. Words can be forgotten, but results leave a mark. They create opportunities, open doors, and build trust. They speak to the world about who you are, what you value, and what you are capable of achieving. So, embrace the silence. Use it as a space to work, to grow, and to create. Let your results be the voice that carries your message to the world. When your work speaks for itself, you will find that recognition, respect, and success will come, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it. Silence does not mean inactivity. It means action with focus, intention, and purpose. It means trusting the process and knowing that in time, the evidence of your efforts will make more noise than you ever could. Character is built in the quiet place. It is not in the moments of public recognition or applause that the essence of who you are is formed. It is in the silent, unseen moments when no one is watching. It is in those private spaces where dedication, discipline, and integrity are tested and strengthened. Public success may catch the world's attention, but the foundation that supports it is built in the quiet hours of perseverance and commitment. The quiet place is where your true self emerges. It is easy to appear disciplined when eyes are on you, but who are you when no one is around? What choices do you make when there is no audience to impress, no one to hold you accountable? These are the questions that define character. It is in those unseen moments, in the stillness of solitude, that your values are tested and refined. The applause you may one day receive is only the fruit of the seeds you plant and nurture in the quiet place. Discipline thrives in the absence of distraction. When you choose to work in silence, Free from the noise of external opinions and the temptation to seek immediate validation, you create an environment where focus and consistency can flourish. The quiet place strips away the superficial and leaves only the essentials: your purpose, your commitment, and your work. It is here that you build the habits and resilience necessary to sustain success. It is important to understand that the quiet place is not a place of comfort. It is a place of growth, and growth is often uncomfortable. It demands sacrifice, patience, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. Many people avoid the quiet place because it requires them to confront their limitations, weaknesses, and fears. But it is precisely in facing these challenges that character is developed. Strength is not built in ease, it is built in struggle. The more you embrace the quiet place, the more you grow into the person you are meant to be. The world sees the results of your efforts, but it rarely sees the process. It applauds the finished product, but often overlooks the countless hours of hard work and sacrifice that went into creating it. Yet, it is in the process that your character is shaped. Every decision to keep going when you feel like giving up, every moment of discipline when distraction tempts you, every act of integrity when shortcuts appear. These are the building blocks of character. The quiet place forces you to rely not on the approval of others, but on your internal drive and conviction. Think of an iceberg. What is visible above the surface is only a fraction of its true size. The vast majority lies hidden beneath the water. In the same way, public success is only a small part of the story. The unseen preparation, the silent discipline, and the private sacrifices form the foundation that supports everything visible. Without a strong foundation, even the most impressive achievements will crumble under pressure. The quiet place is also a testing ground. It is where you discover whether your motives are pure and your intentions align with your purpose. Are you working for applause, or are you working to fulfill a deeper calling? Are you building something of substance, or are you chasing fleeting recognition? The quiet place reveals the answers to these questions, not through words, but through actions. When you build your character in private, you prepare yourself for the challenges that come with success. Public recognition brings scrutiny, pressure, and temptation, and only those with strong character can withstand it. The quiet place is where you develop the strength to stay grounded, the wisdom to make sound decisions, and the humility to remain true to your values. Remember, the applause is public, but the foundation is built in private. What the world sees as greatness is simply the outward expression of the character you've developed in the quiet place. Success without character is fleeting, but success built on a foundation of integrity, discipline, and purpose endures. Work on your character in the unseen moments, and when the time comes for your light to shine, it will shine brightly, supported by the strength of all you've built in silence. Noise is a distraction from destiny. In a world where everyone seems eager to announce their intentions and share their dreams with the loudest voice, it's easy to lose focus. But talking too much about your aspirations can dilute your energy and weaken your resolve. Words alone do not build dreams. Action does. The more you talk, the more you risk replacing the hard work required to achieve your goals with the fleeting satisfaction of hearing your own plans praised. Dreams are precious and they require protection. When you expose them prematurely, you open the door to doubt, criticism, and distraction. Not everyone will understand your vision, and not everyone needs to. Sharing your goals with the wrong people can lead to discouragement or unnecessary pressure to prove yourself. Silence is a shield, a way to safeguard your dreams as they grow and take shape. It allows you to nurture them in a focused, intentional way without the interference of outside noise. When you focus your energy on the work rather than the noise, you create momentum. Every bit of effort you invest in building your dreams strengthens your commitment and moves you closer to fulfillment. The process of working in silence forces you to prioritize what truly matters: action, discipline, and progress. Talking about what you plan to do may feel productive in the moment, but it doesn't bring you closer to your goal. True fulfillment comes from the satisfaction of seeing your dreams come to life, not from the temporary thrill of discussing them. Noise in many ways is a trap. It can make you feel as though you're doing something meaningful when in reality you're standing still. Talking about your dreams without taking action creates the illusion of progress. But dreams require focus, and focus requires silence. Silence is not a void. It is a space of intention. It allows you to channel your energy toward what truly matters, rather than scattering it across 1,000 distractions. Think of an archer preparing to release an arrow. Before they take the shot, they don't make noise or seek attention, they focus. They block out every distraction and concentrate on their target. The stillness before the release is not inactivity, it is preparation. Similarly, silence is not an absence of ambition, it is the preparation and focus that enable you to achieve your goals. Silence is also a sign of strength. It takes discipline to resist the urge to share your plans with everyone. It takes confidence to know that your work will speak for itself in time. Those who talk the least often achieve the most, because they understand that success is not built on words. It is built on action, perseverance, and consistency. When you learn to embrace silence, you find a new level of strength, one that is not dependent on the validation of others, but rooted in your own purpose and resolve. Destiny requires clarity, and clarity cannot coexist with noise. The path to fulfilling your destiny is already filled with challenges and obstacles. Adding unnecessary distractions only makes the journey harder. Every time you allow noise to pull your attention away, you lose valuable time and energy. But when you remain focused, when you keep your head down and your eyes fixed on the goal, you move steadily toward your purpose. Destiny is not achieved by accident. It is the result of intentional effort, consistent focus, and unwavering determination. Talking too much scatters your energy, but working in silence gathers it. Every quiet moment you spend refining your craft, building your skills, and advancing toward your goal brings you closer to your destiny. The fulfillment you seek is not found in the applause of others, but in the quiet satisfaction of knowing you gave your best. Silence is not a weakness, it is a strength. It is a tool for those who are serious about their dreams, for those who understand that fulfillment comes not from noise, but from focus. Let the world be loud, let others shout about their intentions. You, however, should remain steadfast in your work. Focus your energy on what truly matters, and you will find that your silence becomes your power. Destiny rewards those who embrace the quiet, who choose action over noise, and who understand that the journey requires unwavering focus. The process is greater than the promotion. True success is not defined by the spotlight, applause, or public recognition. It is shaped in the journey, the discipline, and the unseen moments of effort and growth. Too often, people chase after the promotion, the title, or the recognition, thinking these are the markers of achievement. But the real value lies in the process. The lessons you learn, the character you build, and the skills you refine along the way. When you honor the process in silence, the promotion will come naturally, without the need for forced validation. The process is where greatness is formed. It is in the long hours of practice, the sacrifices made in private, and the persistence through failures that success takes root. Promotion may be the visible result, but the process is what sustains it. Without a strong foundation built through the process, any success achieved will be fragile and short-lived. Without a strong foundation built through the process, any success achieved will be fragile and short-lived. The process demands your patience, your focus, and your resilience. It challenges you to grow, not just in what you do, but in who you are. The beauty of the process is that it is honest. It does not allow shortcuts or empty declarations to substitute for hard work. It strips away pretense and forces you to confront your limitations and push through them. Every step forward in the process builds not only your competence, it prepares you for the weight of success so that when the promotion comes, you can carry it with integrity and strength. Many people want the spotlight, but few are willing to endure the process required to stand in it. The spotlight is not a reward, it is a responsibility. It magnifies who you are, and if you have not been refined by the process, it will expose the cracks in your foundation. The process, however, ensures that when the time comes, you are not just ready for the promotion, you are capable of sustaining it. The process also teaches you humility. When you work in silence, without seeking constant validation, you learn to rely on your inner drive rather than the approval of others. You understand that success is not about proving anything to the world, but about fulfilling your purpose. This humility keeps you grounded, focused, and prepared for whatever challenges come with the promotion. When you honor the process, you recognize that every step is significant, even the ones that feel slow or difficult. Each challenge, setback, and small victory contributes to your growth. The process is not something to be rushed or skipped. It is something to be embraced. It is in the process that you develop the wisdom, strength, and perspective needed to handle success with grace. Promotion is not something you chase. It is something you attract by being faithful in the process. When you consistently show up, give your best, and remain committed to your purpose, the results will come. You don't have to force them or seek external validation to prove your worth. The work you do in the process will speak for itself, and the promotion will come as a natural byproduct of your diligence and dedication. Think of a farmer planting seeds. The farmer does not rush to show off the soil or boast about the harvest before it has even begun. Instead, they focus on the process, tilling the ground, planting the seeds, and nurturing the soil. They work quietly, trusting that in time the results will appear. The promotion, the harvest, is the reward for honoring the process. In the same way, success is not achieved by chasing recognition, but by remaining faithful in the small, silent, and often unnoticed moments of the journey. The process is where the real work happens, where your potential is unlocked, and where your purpose is fulfilled. The promotion may bring attention, but it is the process that gives it meaning. So focus on the process. Commit to it fully, even when it feels slow or unrewarding. Trust that every effort you make in silence is building something greater than you can imagine. And when the promotion finally comes, it will not be because you sought the spotlight, but because you honored the process. And that honor will always speak louder than words. Legacy is a byproduct of silent labor. Those who leave a mark on the world do so not through loud proclamations or grand displays, but through quiet, consistent diligence. The most enduring legacies are built by those who focus less on announcing their intentions and more on fulfilling them. Legacy is not about being remembered for what you said. It's about being remembered for what you achieved and how your actions impacted others. The foundation of legacy is built in silence. While the world is busy chasing attention and applause, those who create something meaningful are working quietly, away from the noise. They understand that true greatness is not achieved through recognition, but through contribution. Their focus is not on making noise, but on making a difference. They labor with purpose, discipline, and humility, knowing that the fruits of their efforts will speak louder than any words ever could. When you work in silence, you allow your actions to shape your story. Legacy is not created in a single moment or through a single achievement. It is the cumulative result of years of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. Every small step, every unseen act of diligence contributes to the larger picture of who you are and what you stand for. Your legacy is not defined by how much attention you draw, but by how much value you create. Consider the giants of history, those who left behind legacies that inspire us to this day. Rarely were they the loudest voices in the room. Instead, they were people of action, builders, creators, visionaries. Their work was often unnoticed while it was being done, but the impact of their efforts became undeniable over time. They didn't focus on being remembered, they focused on making a difference. Their legacy was the natural outgrowth of a life lived with purpose and intention. A legacy built on silent labor is one that endures because it is rooted in authenticity. When you work with integrity and without the need for constant validation, you create something real and lasting. People are drawn not to those who boast of their greatness, but to those whose lives demonstrate it. Legacy is about influence. And influence is not earned through words, but through action. The beauty of silent labor is that it shifts the focus away from yourself and onto the work itself. When you stop worrying about being remembered or recognized, you free yourself to do your best work. You pour your energy into creating something meaningful, and that meaning becomes your legacy. What you achieve in silence has a ripple effect, touching lives in ways you may never fully see or understand. Silent labor also requires humility, and humility is the foundation of a lasting legacy. Those who work without seeking attention demonstrate a strength of character that inspires others. They show that true success is not about being seen, but about making a difference. This humility creates a legacy that resonates deeply, one that is remembered not because it was loud, but because it was impactful. Your legacy is not something you can force, it is something you cultivate. It is the byproduct of living with purpose, working with discipline, and serving with sincerity. Every decision you make, every action you take, contributes to the story you leave behind. And when that story is written, it will not be the noise you made that is remembered, but the impact you had. In the end, legacy is not about fame or recognition. It is about significance. It is about leaving the world better than you found it. It is about touching lives, solving problems, and building something that lasts. And the most enduring legacies are often those that were built quietly by people who chose to let their work, rather than their words, define them. So, focus on the work, labor in silence, with diligence and purpose. Let your results speak for you, and trust that in time, your legacy will take shape. The impact you make will not be in the noise you create, but in the lives you touch and the difference you make. Legacy is not the goal. It is the reward for living a life of quiet, focused, and meaningful work. In conclusion, let us embrace the profound truth that success is not built in the noise of public applause, but in the quiet determination of unseen effort. The work you do in silence, away from the spotlight, is where your greatness is cultivated. It is where your character is forged, your focus is sharpened, and your purpose is refined. Speak less but work more. Announce less but achieve more. Let your actions declare the depth of your commitment, and let your results testify to the strength of your resolve. True power lies not in what you proclaim, but in what you produce. The world is moved not by loud voices, but by lives that demonstrate purpose, discipline, and impact. As you labor in silence, remember that your work is not in vain. Every unseen effort is a seed planted, and in time it will bear fruit. Let your legacy grow naturally, not through the force of your words, but through the integrity of your actions. The path to lasting success is one of humility, focus, and quiet diligence. So, work hard in silence and let the excellence of your life speak volumes. You were created not to merely exist, but to fulfill a purpose that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Do not seek the spotlight. It will find you when the time is right. Until then, honor the process, stay true to your purpose, and trust that in due season your light will shine brighter than words ever could. For the greatest testimonies are written not in noise, but in the silent, steady pursuit of greatness.